on First Alert tonight for dry conditions and high winds in the forecast. It fuels the chances for fire danger.
6 News' Philip Katafamo is live in Blair with what you can do to help prevent flames from breaking out.
John and Aaron, I'm in Blair tonight, where earlier today there were reports of a small grass fire near the airport. Now, right now, as you can tell, things are very windy and dry, and the fire risk is now widespread across our area. Now, earlier today, Nebraska fire departments responded to a grass fire just southwest of Greenwood. You can see in the video here some of the aftermath. Now, the blaze caused some residents in the area to evacuate and force the closure of Highway 6. Crews were able to contain the fire and reopen that highway after a short time. Now, wildfires can spring up anywhere, and there are a few things you can do to help prevent them. First and foremost, you might want to check the weather and the drought conditions in the area you are traveling to. Some areas have received moisture, some haven't, which does increase fire risk. You want to make sure your vehicle is well maintained. That includes checking tow chains if you're traveling up the interstate, brakes, tires, axles, topping off fluids, just making sure that your vehicle is in tip-top shape before you go. You also want to make sure that if you are to park on the side of the interstate, do not park in tall grasses and do not discard cigarettes outside. Now, these are just a few of the many things you can do to prevent a wildfire from happening in the area closest to you. Reporting live in Blair, Philip Katafamo, 6 News, back to